Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's video. So it's been a while. I haven't been posting much, and I haven't been streaming a lot, and because I have been busy covering the Global Chess League event. And I was also planning to, maybe to cover some games from there, but then, I didn't got much time to cover all that. In this video, I'm not going to cover all that. Don't worry. I'm so sorry. Maybe I will see if, you know in today's video. It's a very special video because I played against the chess.com bots. And if you feel like, okay, chess.com bots, yeah, just a second, let me do this. Some reflections coming. So now you might wonder, okay, he might be playing some, super easy bots, or maybe some 1800 level bots or something like that. Get some sleep, because it's not like that. If it was like that, I wouldn't be making video on this. I played against the legendary Vishy Anand's bot, and just watch the games, okay? Not only Anand's bot, but there are also some surprise bots against whom I played. And at the end of the video, you will get a bonus game. So make sure you watch the full video. So it's a bonus game, and so here we go. So this is the game between I was playing against Mike Klein's bot. So he's 2300. You might not see his rating. It's 2300 because I have the extensions on. But yeah, so he's 2300. So I was playing with the white pieces. By the way, in all these four bots which I'm about to show you, I have played with the white pieces only. But yeah, I will, if I play with them in black pieces, with black pieces, then maybe I will make another video on that. That's for the later part. But for now, enjoy this one. So I started off with e4 against Mike. He played g6. Now against this, I have been preparing with d4, bishop e3, queen d2. So that my plan is to go queen h6. Sorry, bishop h6 at some point, and start to push the pawns. It's like my basic idea is this, and this is what exactly happened. Not exactly, because yeah, here Mike played d6, opening up the bishop file, but I just followed my own idea, and now here he played c6. c6 is to bring the queen up in the game, so that at some point he can put pressure on this b2 pawn. I played knight c3, just normal developing moves. Now he played b5. So maybe his plans is for b4, or maybe he would go a5, b4. By the way, just one more thing. I didn't play these boards under any specific time control. It was just the unlimited time control. So yeah. So I played a3, so to stop any b4 ideas. And after a6, I played knight f3, and I guess, and then I would try to go bishop d3 and try to castle. I was planning to castle long. I was planning to castle long as well, but yeah. So knight here, and here I started off immediately. Here, I was like, okay, enough is enough. I will start the attack immediately. Here I could have gone for bishop d3 idea, but I thought, okay, let's just go for the idea. So knight f5, and now I played bishop h6. So what the bot had to do was to play h5. By the way, let me do this line. So here the bot had to do h5. The bot had to play h5, so that he could have at least stopped my h5 h6 ideas, or any bishop h6 ideas. So here he allowed me to play bishop h6, and after castles, here I played h5. So now I'm just completely going for the kill, and here he played a knight takes h5, and here in this position, without any hesitance or anything, I sacrifice the rook. Rook takes h5. So now the idea is, after pawn takes, I will play queen g5, and there's no way you can save this mate. So he took as I thought, and here queen g5, and this is unstoppable. I beat this bot in, like, after he played some move like e5, and now I beat him in 13 moves. I beat this 2300 bot in 13 moves. My claim, who is a chess kids instructor, do play this line against me, this g6 line, this line, and I'm well prepared for this. By the way, I've been preparing this since the classical tournament, and yeah, after this, yeah, this is just a make. This is just complete crusher. I knew he was gonna play. He was gonna take back. Otherwise, if let's say he doesn't take back, I would just move away my rook. Let's say he plays something like knight f6, or maybe even I don't even have to take back my rook. I will just play bishop takes. If knight takes, then bishop takes rook. But if bishop takes and king takes, then I have queen check, and there are a lot of things coming in your way. So this was the first bot I played, and yeah, this was just amazing. It unexpected, to be honest, but yeah. Now the next game I played with the white pieces again. It's against Irina Krush. Irina Krush rating is 2600 or 2500. I guess 2500, right? 2502. Yeah, 2502. Her rating is 2502. So I started off with e4. I just played this only one line with c4. Here she played c5, and here I played the Sicilian, the Alpine Sicilia. And Alpine, my idea is to go d4 at some point. So d5, and here I thought, okay, let's just push. You know, here the main line is to take d4, knight c6, knight f3, bishop g4, bishop e2. It's like the main line is this, but here I thought, okay, let's play e5, and here Irina played knight f6, and I was like, wait, what? I mean, like she pre-moved. It's like, she thought that, okay, I would take, and then she will go knight f6, but she didn't expect me to push. I, I gave her a big surprise, and she played knight f6. It's like pre-moving, and here I was like, okay, now I gotta win this game. If I lose this game, I am an idiot. That's all. So here she played knight c6. So I was like, okay, she's giving me pawns. I will take, and now knight f3, castles, and now here I played d4 finally. So normally now I will go bishop d3 or maybe bishop e2 to short castle. Takes, queen b6, and she's targeting my this pawn. So here I thought, okay, I mean, this pawn is already gone, so I was like, I just totally lose hope for that. So here I guess, my opinion, instead of knight c3, I guess I could have just played bishop e2 and then try to go for short castle, and it will the lines, by the way. I'm not seeing the engine, by the way, so yeah. But yeah, um, took bishop takes, and now queen f3. Now look at black's king side. It's come so weak, it's so opened. Now my queen is coming. Now my bishop will come to d3. My bishop will come to h6. There's so many ideas. I can bring my rook here, or maybe I can even castle. I'm not sure if I should have castle, but yeah, yeah, takes, and yeah, here at this point, like, look at this: bishop d3, queen e6, and now bishop e3. So here I guess, the only one. Now here I followed my plan. I guess the rook move, I'm not sure, because she wanted to give her king some space. But yeah, takes, and now here I'm not sure. Here I guess what you could have done was, I guess, maybe not, instead of trading the queens, just play queen f6, so that you are threatening d4 now. But I mean, okay, I have always this queen g3 check, so I was never worried of this pawn. So takes, and now knight to e4, and now here I short castle. Here I guess, instead, as I said, I guess, I could have just played king e2 or king d2, maybe just to open up my rook file, but okay, I thought that this was a way more safer way, because now I will bring my knight to g5 at some point, and yeah. But here she stopped this idea by playing f6. So here I played rook c1, bishop d5, and here I thought that, okay, I need to simplify this position. At this point, I was thinking, okay, I am a piece up now. I should simplify. So I took the rook, and now I played f3. So this knight on the center is looking much strong. So let's say if I mean, f5 would be very bad because this pawn would be a weakness at some point. She played king g7, and here I played king f2, king f7, and now rook d1. And here I played rook d1 because my idea was to go rook d2 and rook d2 and rook c2, so that I can ask black to trade off the rooks as well, so that now I will be left with the bishop and the knight. So like I would be a piece of, but here I forgot about the a2 pawn. I was like, oh man, that's hanging. What have I done? But I was like, okay, I have rook a1 again, so I'm targeting this pawn. Now here she played bishop c4. Here I was thinking of takes and try to go rook takes a7, but I thought that I shouldn't allow this rook on c2 because it would be very dangerous for me, because now this pawn is a pass pawn, right? And now she can maybe play e5 and try to go with f5, f5 e4 idea, something like that, so that she has now a passer, you can say. So I was like, okay, let's play rook c1, let's just spin this bishop rook. So after b5, here I thought, okay, let's play knight d4. Here I guess I could have just played b3 as well, but I was like, okay, knight d2, let's play this. Bishop went back, and now here I finally took the rook. I traded out the rooks, and now this pawn, the b5 pawn, was also hanging. So yeah, and now this is completely winning. Here at this point I was like, okay, now I'm relaxed, now I should not be losing, but I should be very very careful. And here I played g3, a5, and here I played knight b3, but still it's not looking easy for me, because look at this, black got some good passes here. So he checked me, king goes back, and now knight d2. Here I stopped everything. I stopped every moves of black, so that I make sure that black doesn't have any moves. She played e3. I played knight f3. King c4. I give some check. I was just I was at this point. I was like, okay, now this pawn is also hanging. So, but yeah, yeah, at this point I was just rotating my knight. I was like waiting for her to blunder something, because now this is, if I move away my knight somewhere else, like if this king is like, since the king is closer to these pawns, she still has some chance to complicate things. So now she played king c3, which is a very great move, because now I don't have a check, and now she's threatening d3. Although I have king takes, but now d2 is also coming, so this is not going to be good for me at that point. But I was like, okay, knight f4 and king c2. The idea is to just threat this. I played knight d5, and yeah, here I was like about to take with the knight. By the way, there was some moment where I was like, okay, let's take with the knight, but then I thought, oh, if I take with the knight, she got push or something. Like, I mean, I could have taken I mean, sorry, I couldn't have taken with the knight. Sorry, I was in check. Sorry, I'm after this. Yeah, and here I played a blunder. I played king f4. Wait, what? Did you see, guys? Did you see? At this point, when I played king f4, the engine said that it was a draw. But it wasn't a draw, because if you promote, I have knight e3 always. So I was like, okay, now I have knight e3, I can just go for this pawn. So she played very good move, king d3, and now I played knight e3, king e2. I was like rotating my king, and now here he made the blunder. And yeah, after this I was just completely winning, because now I got knight e4 check, and here I took this pawn. Here you won't take this pawn because you are queening. Irina Krush would queen, so it was just a distraction, and I can't take this pawn with the king as well, because still she queens, and I don't have a fork or anything. So this was a winning move. And now after, let's say you push, I have check, and at this point I was winning. So she pushed indeed, and yeah, after this I was just, yeah, I just completely dominated this game. This was a very tough game, to be honest, as compared to the last one, the Mike Klein one. Because this game, I mean, even though I was a piece up, but still it wasn't easy. At this point, when she had this point, at this point this was a complete, like, it was a very tense game, because even though I am winning, but the thing is that her pass pawns were too strong, and too, very much dangerous looking. So I was like, okay, I need to be calm, and I guess I defeated this bot under 21 minutes, or not 21, not, I guess 18 or 19 minutes, something like, I don't quite remember. It took me some time because at this phase only I was taking a little time, because at this phase was very important, the end game. I was completely like focused at that point. I was thinking like where to, I mean, this knight would be, even though I'm a piece of it, even though sometimes a knight versus 4 5 pawns are too, like black can still go for the win. Like whoever has the knight and like some pawns, and if your opponent got 4 5 extra pawns, it's still not easy. It's not still not easy for you to convert it. But yeah, since these days I've been working very hard on my chess, so because of which I was managed to convert this end game. Yeah, thanks to my coach, by the way. He has been coaching me a lot, and we've been working a lot. I haven't revealed my coach yet, but I will soon reveal. Don't worry, guys. But anyways, this was the game, and yeah, after this, I just simplified everything. And yeah, at this point, I took some like at this point, I was taking a lot time because I had to calculate some many things. Like for example, I had to calculate like let's say king goes to e1, and then I mean king goes to e1, then I was like, okay, I could take the pawn and I can just give her my knight. But also I was like, okay, if she pushes, then what should I do? So it was like that. So I thought that okay, I can play knight e4 check. And now after she played this move, I was thinking like how to proceed. And I was like, okay, should I take this pawn? Because if she push, I have knight f3 check, but I was being very very sure. So yeah, after this, it was just completely dominating game. And this was the game, and now we finally jump into the main game. I played this game like with complete focus, and also at that time I was watching the GCL too, so I was like, because I was quite distracted as well. So yeah, but I Vishy Anand is a legend. Okay, in the GCL he wasn't in good form at all. He didn't had a terrible he had a very terrible performance, to be honest, as per to his level, because he lost to Magnus, he lost to Hikaru, then Alireza, even he lost to Anish. Then I mean it was not his event, to be honest. Like he was having a very bad tournament, but it's fine. I mean, but I was like, okay, let's try to play against the Vishy bot. Since I've become too strong, I can try to play against stronger opponents. So I was like, okay, let's try. I played this bot before and I had a draw, but in that position, I resigned the game because I thought that I was losing. But then I checked the game analysis, and it showed that, oh, it was a complete equal position. I had some counter moves, but yeah, but then I thought, okay, if this bot is playing like this, maybe I have a chance against him. So here I started off with e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, and my favorite people, I played my favorite opening, the one I have also a repertoire, c3, the Ponziani. The name should be Pawn, Ponziani. Should be Ponziani, but it should be Panziani. But okay, c3. I played my weapon against the legend Vishyana. He played d5, which is the main move, which is the best move. It's the theory move. I played queen f4. I followed the theory, and here he allowed me to take on e5. I was quite shocked because here I guess what you should have done was to play bishop d2. Okay, let me do this. I don't know why the analysis are. I mean, you can play bishop d2. There are a lot of things. You can even play f6. Then I have d3. So this is like the opening. I have studied all these things. So I was quite surprised that he allowed me this. And now after queen d5, I played knight takes c6. And at this point, Vishy Anand's bot did something unexpected. He played bishop d7. I was like, wait a minute, what? I mean, I got knight b4, obviously, because after takes, I played take. I mean, I can take back, and also, like, if let's say it moves somewhere else, let's say it moves like this or somewhere else. I mean, I was like quite shocked with this move, and I was like, okay, wait. At this point, I was like, okay, I have knight b4. I mean, so I was like, okay, knight b4, played knight queen f5. And now here I didn't blend when queen c2. Now normally in this, in the Ponziani, when let's say your knight or any or your queen is attacked, normally put it on queens on c2, but here I you shouldn't do it because your knight doesn't have a escape square, and after a5 your knight is trapped, so you won't do that. So I played queen d1, black long castle, and now here I played d4. So this is the main line, not main line, I mean obviously main line, but like after you plundered a piece, this is no more a main line. You are just in the middle game now. Knight f6. Now I played bishop e2, preparing to short castle. Bishop takes a knight, and I was like, okay, I mean I am happy to trade pieces, to be honest. And now here I played a3, bishop b5 takes, and I played queen e2 just to trade off the queens. And obviously the bot won't trade the queens because he knows that he's a pawn down. Sorry, he's a piece down. So sorry. Takes, and here I blundered a pawn, but it's not a complete blunder. I had knight c3, and it's a compensation because now look at my position. My queen is very active, got some great diagonals, my rook got an active open file. I can now try to play d5 to have some threats all along the way. Also I can maybe long castle, try to, a short castle, and try to go for the the rook, double rook thing. So I short castle, knight goes, takes. He's offering me pieces to trade, and I'm happily accepting. I don't care what you know whatever happens. I just trade and go in the end game. Queen d2, and here if he finally traded off, because he had to trade, because if he doesn't trade, he I mean let's say he goes back, let's say queen d6, something like that. I mean not queen a5, obviously not queen a5, but I guess I will play queen c3 and then queen a3 to have some and also my bishop, if bishop can also control this diagonal. There are a lot of things coming, so I can also try to go rook c1 or try to put pressure on there after bishop f4. There are a lot of plans I had at that time. I was so focused on trading pieces, I didn't saw these plans much, but yeah. So g5, attacking my bishop went back, f5, and here I played f4. I was like, okay, pull some let's get some space for our bishop. En passant, takes. Even though I am +1 only, and my opponent got, so it's like 3 versus 5. So it's opponent got an extra pawn, but still I have an extra piece, so I should be very careful. So rook e1, and here I'm starting to attack his pawns. I blundered this b2 pawn as well, but I mean not completely blundered because I have rook takes g5. So rook takes g5, and I started to improvise my position because now this pawn is also very weak, and now this pawn is also going to fall because I have always rook f5 and try to snatch this pawn. So he gave me that for no reason. So yeah, after this I played check. Here he played a nice move, but although I had a check, if the king wasn't there, and let's say the king was here, then I mean okay, it was could have been good, but also my king is also very close to these pieces, so I didn't fear about that. So check, and now I started to push my pass pawn, and I was pushing, but I also was very much careful about these two pawns as well, because these two pawns are also looking like very strong passes. I played h7, c4, and now king e3. Here I thought, okay, now it's time to bring the king into the action. Although the if let's say the king moves away somewhere, the rook is controlling the file, and I no more have the entry to the file. But I was like, okay, now at that time I was like too much of I was very nervous because this game I'm winning against the legendary Vishy Anand bot, but still there's things to be done. King d3. Here I guess he should have just given me a check, like to king c5, but also I had king c2, king b1, king b3 idea, so maybe that wasn't even a great idea. But yeah, I can even at some point sack the bishop, but I was like, I thought that it's too risky, but yeah, king b4, and now he's about to about to promote his pawn. Here I played the intermediate move, rook d8 check, king c6, and here I have queen. And here I guess you could have also, I guess he should have also queen, but although I mean I have the check first, to be honest. I can give the check first. I can even try to trade off the queens or everything to simplify the position. But yeah, gave me a check, and now here I had to be very careful. I shouldn't go on this square. I shouldn't put my king on this square, and also I shouldn't put my king on this square because once Vishy Sir queens got checks. So gotta be very careful there. And I played king a4. No checks, nothing, just simplify. And after rook a7, I played king b3. So I'm not going to any of these diagonals, these squares. So he took my bishop, but I had queen takes a1. So yeah, after this, I was just completely brilliant. Here I managed to defeat the legendary Vishy Anand's board. I was like so much happy at that time. Like first of all, I was quite emotional as well because even though I have never played against Vishy sir, I mean, if ever I get a chance to play against the lucky Vishy, if I have a lucky chance to play against him, I would definitely would love to not only play against him, even if I lose against him at that time, I would still show him this game. Like I played against your bot, and I mean, I just defeated your bot with my weapon. And who knows, maybe if I ever get the chance to meet him and play against him, I will play the same weapon against me. This time I'm playing the human Vishy. Let's see how he responds to it, you know? So it's going to be very fun if anything happens. But yeah, what a game this was. Like, look at the opening. Like, in the opening itself, I was like, so I was piece up. So I was quite shocked. Like the bot plays like this. I'm sure Vishy Anand's never plays like this. So the takes, and this was just absolute. Yeah, I don't know what to describe, but yeah, uh, you this is something you would never expect from the human Vishy. This is a bot Vishy. Maybe he got malfunctioned by my dangerous weapon, because of which he had to give up a piece. But yeah, I take those. Anyways, it's time for the bonus game. So, can you guys guess against whom did I play next? Against which bot did I play next? I give you 3 seconds. Okay, so if you have guessed, if you have guessed Ding Liren, very well done, because I played the world champion spot with the white pieces, and I never expected it to play like this. Shadow with e4. We played the French. Now against the French, what I've been preparing is p3 and bishop e2 and like knight c3, queen e2, bishop. Like these are the lines I've been preparing against the French. And by the way, Liren hasn't been in a great form, and he has been very, very. I'm not sure if he's just depressed or something like that, because he hasn't been performing at his best. But hope, but let's see how he does against Gokesh in the World Championship. Because starting in November is too close, right? Like this is October going on, and I mean this is just too like wow. How the time is flying. Wow, seriously. But yeah, I played my opening p3, knight c6, bishop b2. And here normally what you can do is play knight f6. Knight f6, you can even try to go with d5 ideas as well. Try to open up the bishop. Sorry, try to open up the bishop. You can even play bishop b4. There are a lot of things no, not bishop b4, because then you hang this one. But yeah, I'm saying after knight f6, let's say knight f3, or maybe even knight c3, you have always bishop b4, or there are so many plans like that. But here, at this point, Ding Liren, my man, played an very, very unexpected move. A move which you will say like, wait, what? Ding Liren? Have you become this bad at chess? He played queen f6. At that point I was like, what? Are you serious? I mean, this has to be a malfunction or something like that, because what? I'm playing all my prep weapons against these bots, and these bots are malfunctioned against them, so they're forced to blunder these pieces, like the major pieces. I was like, wow, I'll take that. And now d3. But I was excited, but I calm myself down because it's a 27, like this is a 28 2700 bot. This is a 2788 rated bot. I shouldn't be too excited, otherwise I mean I might end up losing because I had to be very very careful against the bot. So he played d5, I played c3. So I mean the idea is to go knight d2 at some point, pushes, takes, and on knight f3. Here I simplify the position. I would just go for the trade to win. Here I can also play c4 at some point to kick away the knight, although the knight can go to b4, but then night before I have a3, so I was calculating all these things as well. So c4, but he went knight f4, so I played g3, takes, rook takes, now queen e2. Remember, you shouldn't go queen c2 because not only you lose the knight, but you also are under attack, and this rook is defending the bishop, so gotta be very careful. So I played queen e2, e4, and here I played knight e1. Here I was thinking of knight g5 as well, but I thought that it's quite risky to put my knight here because already I'm kind of getting worried about here. But yeah, I thought that okay, knight e1, attacking the rook. So knight d4 was played, very good move by Ding. He counterattacks my queen. I played queen b2, so only I had only good square for my queen to place on. Now rook d1, and here I played knight c3. So now I forced Ding to trade off the rooks because the rook doesn't have a square. Rook can't go there, rook can't go there, and he has to trade. So I forced him to trade, and now after this, yeah. At this point, I paused for a moment and I counted the pieces. He got two bishops and a rook for a rook, knight, and a queen. And at that time, I was like, okay, this has. I mean, if I lose this game, I would leave chess forever. I would never even stream. I would never even play any chess. I will just retire from chess right at that time. So I played f3, try to breaking the position, takes, and now he gave me a check. My king was also not on a good square because I was worried about this bishop. These bishops are too strong looking. So also here at this point I was attacking the bishop as well. So takes check, and I played rook e1. So now I'm targeting. I can even sack my rook for the bishop as well, so that the knight and queen versus the rook and the bishop is also kind of winning for me. But yeah, so queen c4 1, king f2, so removing from the pin, and now you don't have bishop c5 as well because the queen is covering the whole file. f5, and here I played knight d2, king here takes. I just simplified, yeah, and now this pawn is also going to get loose because now this is coming. This is also coming. Only one defender, two attackers. Always this. So he played rook b8. I played rook e4. King goes back. I mean, I could have taken with the queen as well, but I thought taking with the rook sounds more smarter because now you can threat some discovered checks on b4. So he played king h8. I played rook c4, and now I could have gone for rook f4 as well because this pawn is a very weak pawn. But yeah, I mean, I was too much into the position, to be honest. Now I played rook e4, trying to trade off the pieces. And now I played queen c4, king h8, and now rook g4. So the idea is to go queen c3 at some point. So he played rook d8, and now here I took the pawn. Here I could have gone for queen c3 as well, but I thought that it's no use. He has bishop f8, but it could have been great. Bishop e5, and now rook e4, bishop goes to c3, and now queen c6 attacking the pawn. Bishop goes back and took the pawn, rook check, king h3, and now this is completely winning for me. This is like, look at my king. King has no checks. I mean, this black got no checks. I got two passes, and I started to push them a4, and here I played a very great move. I was so happy to find this move. Finally, I was relieving myself. Queen c7, queen c2, rook directly, indirectly, but directly pinned to the king. Now, if you move the rook, I have a discovered check. So he played rook c3. Here at this point, I thought, okay, you know what? What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna sack my queen. I'm gonna simplify. I got a rook for a bishop, and I'm going to win this. So I started to push my a5 pawn. And now here I play rook c6. So I mean I'm ready to give up my rook for the bishop as well because my pass pawn is about to get promoted. So easy for me to convert. And yeah, here I even took the, I was playing very fast. Here at this point I was like, since I knew I was winning, I was completely pre-moving. But yeah, I didn't saw that my rook, he didn't took my rook smarter. But this game is anyways winning for me, and I started to push. And at this point I checkmated the world champions bot. And at that point I was like, okay, if Kukesh wins, if I can win against the Liren's bot, Kukesh will slice him to death on the board. I mean, not in real obviously, but yeah, I mean, I'm sure Gukesh will be too much prepared. I will share this game to Gukesh if possible, because he might, this might be helpful for him, if let's say, I mean, this could be very fun if Ding ever plays French against him. Maybe who knows, he might give away the queen like that. Just kidding, he won't do that obviously, but yeah, maybe this would be a great game. This would be a great position. So this was the bonus game I wanted to show you. Like, look at this, the French. How to play against the French. This is how you play against the French. It's the Horwitz attack. Always keep the bishop pair, and here your opponent might go with queen f6. Actually, the problem is that when I played p3, black should have gone, if he wanted to play queen f6 only, he could have played right now, so that I don't no more have bishop b2. In fact, he's threatening my rook as well, so I had to go knight c3, or maybe I can go c3 and then bishop b2. But then yeah, I think he he played the wrong move order. But yeah, I'm happy I take that up. And with that, guys, this is the game I wanted to show you. These are the games. I hope you enjoyed it. And we'll be getting back to streaming very soon, because now the GCL is over finally. And by the way, guys, I will be getting I will be getting two jerseys from the GCL event. One is the Tech Mahindra, the official jersey, and the second is the PBG Alaska Knights jersey, I have been because since I've been covering the GCL a lot for the Battle Alaska Knights, and also I've been playing for their team in the fan clubs, and um, finishing second place, and sometimes even I mean, our club never won the tournament, but we indeed finished second a lot of times. So yeah, that's going to be very exciting. I'm very excited to wear the jersey and stream on, stream. That's all for you guys, and yeah, get out of here. No, nothing more to be seen.